quite.
All morning.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, no, not again.
But Perth.
No, we're in-house. Well, we are. Burns in Adelaide. But nice to see everyone. Matty Nick's not far away from joining us. Gold Coast, of course. Adelaide flying. They're taking on the Suns up there. Nuff, quiz. There's a bit for us to get through, but that we just wait for about 12 before we roll out.
Why do we do that? Why do we wait?
Well, because it's appointment listening, Bernard. People for 20 years have made an appointment at midday to listen to this show. And then someone at a higher level decided to bring the thing forward half an hour, cocked the whole thing up. So now we just do a half-hour warm-up.
And you're radio craft.
You're even more grumpy today, Jim, because you had the drive back from Geelong last night. And I got the phone call, Bill, as I do sometimes after a Channel 7 finishes for Jim. And the first thing he said,
about that
this joint.
Oh, mate, seriously. You know what happened last night, Bernard?
Here we go.
There was a word in between those two words too, but
firstly, the security bloke at the media entrance decided to put a whole desk across the entrance.
Here we go.
So he couldn't get in or out.
I haven't heard that one before.
No, I said to him, I looked at him, I said, mate, it's a pretty weird place to stand with the desk.
Yeah, it is.
You can't get past you to get in. He goes, that's the whole point.
What, you're not allowed in?
Not to get in.
I heard you took that well, Jim. I heard there may have been another person required to intervene in that conversation.
What are you doing? So anyway, that wasn't the worst. The worst is that another appalling game at that place.
The lift. Have you heard about security issues at the G Thursday night? So maybe they would have been upgraded they would have
don't
been
let people in
on their toes and watching everyone come in.
Stand so you can't get in.
I got no problems with security there. Good on them. Good on them.
What, so
you couldn't waltz in with your stupid jacket and your handbag.
People trying to work aren't allowed in. Is that what you're saying?
No, they're allowed in.
No, they're not.
But they've got to get
stood there and made sure we couldn't get in.
They've got to get the wand. They've got to get
wand.
The
worst. I mean, as imbecilic as that is, that's not the worst thing.
That quick lift?
We then finished. Well, the lift took an hour each way, an hour up and an hour down. But then we finished the game.
It's the slowest lift in the world, Bill.
We finished the game. We get in the car. We're exiting the car park. And this bloke pulls those great big high-vis bollards across and locks the cars in. I said to the bloke, I said, mate, what are you doing? He goes, we need to stop the cars for 20 minutes to allow the foot traffic to leave. So I'm locked into that shithole for 20 minutes longer than I needed to be.
And Jim?
So I couldn't get home.
Do you know who the foot traffic was?
Who?
Old fat coming out of the pivots.
I wondered who this massive bloke was that wouldn't allow me through.
Me and 20 blokes coming out of the pivots going down the Cremorne. That's fair enough too.
Seriously. It gets worse every time I go to that place.
Locked out and then locked in.
And then locked in. That's it.
That's not
you
good.
You can't get in and then you can't get out.
And it was a great game of footy too, Jim. At least you got to experience a great game.
When was the last... give me this.
Damo,
he's on rolling.
When was the last decent game of football at that place?
Look at his eyes. They've narrowed.
7:30 last night.
Oh, my God.
You ask Geelong supporters. They're very happy with it. They're very
no one
happy.
can move
that
the ball.
Terrible.
Just gets
What is
lost
the
in at
best
one
game
end.
ever played at
Shut up. What do you know about football?
What is the best game? Name one game as a spectacle that's good.
Geelong, Melbourne, where goal after the siren.
There was no one there. There was no crowd there.
Yeah,
but they loved it. Who were there?
That's 4 years ago.
Gordy kicked the goal.
Not one there.
Even
that's a good example.
Geelong, Brisbane, when
Geelong, Brisbane.
who was it supposed to get a free kick in the goal square?
Oh, no.
And they didn't get it, and the
that
Cats won.
Zach Bailey, wasn't it?
Leroy. Zach Bailey should have got a free kick.
He should have got a free.
Yeah. There's been some good games.
How
Fremantle
many
final in
stoppages do you
2013?
want in a game of football?
I don't know. I
There's
don't count
one
them,
after
Jim.
another, after another, after
I
another.
count me
after another.
frothies on that, but I couldn't give a stuff
Seriously,
about
Bernard.
stoppages.
Bam.
How many did you get to?
Oh, I got about 16 last night. We're on fire. And that was at half time. I had to draw the raffle.
I tell you who we did see was Chappie on the back of the big Ford.
I tell you, the Ford got bogged in the Ford pocket. And I had a look at Big Hawk's on the back. He was on the back of the big Ford.
I saw him out on the ground. He doesn't look too bad. I said to him, Hawk, you've actually kept the shape pretty well.
Well, to be honest, he has. He come up to the pivots and had a chat. He's playing in 2 weeks for Finley.
Serious?
Easter. It's actually Good Friday, isn't it? Good Friday.
Yep.
And Finley take on Deneliquin. He's going to play under lights at Finley.
Good
So
on
the
him.
Big Hawk, he's going home to play.
Imagine facing up and lining up on him.
Oh, some young kid at fullback.
Ragdoll.
So, Bernard, they had him, they had Sell, they had Chap,
Yeah.
they had
Zach Toohey.
Freddie Wooler.
Zach Toohey.
Yeah.
So they had the past legends of the Geelong Football Club.
Here we go.
Don't tell me something else is there.
Just
Anyone else?
Couldn't find room for old fat.
Well, if Hawk was bogging the ute, I imagine Bill.
15 blokes had to come out and try and lift it up and get Hawk off the tray.
And the reason they all had a silver thing in their hands, a big sort of cup. All of these blokes.
Well, they had a choice of 3 or 4 of them in cells, guys.
Therefore, the explanation as to why we didn't see Fat.
Okay. No. I come on late with me BT50.
Shoehorn.
Ringwood Mazda.
Yeah. Shoehorn.
Get out there.
All right. Enough quiz.
Yes.
12 o'clock, the must listen to quarter hour.
Bill's got Kraft.
Oh, no, which I actually cannot believe.
I just want to address some issues.
I cannot believe this.
Of your own?
Address some issues.
After the train wreck of his last 2 bits of craft, I thought he might have put the cue in the rack.
Any phone calls?
The Thirsty
My
Camel
reputation has been tarnished.
Saturday rub from McDonald's and Remont Water, Triple M Rocks Footy.